Good morning, one and all. Myself, Sana. I am here today to present my seminar topic on rectification, lengths of plane curve, from the chapter Integral Calculus. Firstly, we have to know what is rectification. Rectification is the process of finding the length of the arc of plane curve y is equals to f of x included between the 2 points x1 y1 and x2 y2 is called rectification of curves. Different types of equation of curves. First, for Cartesian equations of the form y is equals to f of x, ds by dx is equals to square root of 1 plus dy by dx the whole square. Here, S is the arc length of the curve measured from the fixed point. ds by dx is the derivative of arc length with respect to x. Thus, it follows that the length of the curve y is equals to f of x between 2 points x1, y1 and x2, y2 is given by s is equals to integral x1 to x2 square root of 1 plus dy by dx the whole square dx. The next of the form x is equals to f of y. ds by dy is equals to square root of 1 plus dx by dy the whole square. Hence, the length of the curve x is equals to f of y between the points x1, y1 and x2, y2 is given by s is equals to integral y1 to y2 square root of 1 plus dx by dy the whole square into dy. Second, for polar equations of the form r is equals to f of theta. ds by d theta is equals to square root of r square plus dr by d theta the whole square. Arc length of the curve between two vectorial angles theta 1 and theta 2 is given by s is equals to integral theta 1 to theta 2 square root of r square plus dr by d theta the whole square into d theta. Second, of the form theta is equals to f of r. ds by dr is equals to square root of 1 plus r square d theta by dr the whole square. S is equals to integral r1 to r2 square root of 1 plus r square d theta by dr the whole square into dr. Third, for parametric equations, x is equals to f of t and y is equals to f of t. ds by dt is equals to square root of dx by dt the whole square plus dy by dt the whole square. S is equals to integral t1 to t2 square root of dx by dt whole square plus dy by dt the whole square into dt. Coming to sums. The first sum. Find the length of the arc of parabola y square is equals to 4ax measured from the vertex to any point h k. S is equals to integral x1 to x2 square root of 1 plus dy by dx the whole square into dx, since it is in the form of y is equals to f of x. Y square is equals to 4ax. Taking square to the next side will be the square root. Therefore, y is equals to 2 square root of ax. Differentiating y, dy by dx is equals to square root of a by x. S is equals to integral 0 to k square root of 1 plus a by x dx. Since it's parabola, put x is equals to a tan square theta. Differentiating x, dx is equals to 2a tan theta and differentiation of tan theta is secant square theta d theta. S is equals to integral 0 to h square root of 1 plus a by x dx. Having its LCM, integral 0 to h square root of x plus a divided by x dx. As we know, x is equals to a tan square theta and dx is equals to 2a tan theta secant square theta d theta. S is equals to integral 0 to h square root of a tan square theta plus a divided by a tan square theta into 2a tan theta secant square theta d theta. That is equals to integral 0 to h square root of taking a common tan square theta plus 1 divided by a tan square theta. 2a tan theta secant square theta d theta. Integral 0 to h, here a and a gets cancelled. Tan square theta plus 1 is nothing but secant square theta divided by tan square theta. This remains as it is. S is equals to integral 0 to h secant theta, taking out square root, square and square root gets cancelled. Secant theta divided by tan theta into secant 2a tan theta secant square theta d theta. Here tan theta gets cancelled. S is equals to 2a integral 0 to h secant cube theta into d theta. This is 2a taking out and multiplying secant theta into tan square theta, we get tan cube theta d theta. This is our equation 1. Let I be integral 0 to h secant cube theta d theta. We know that integral secant to the power n d theta into d theta is equals to square root of 2 to the power n minus 1 divided by n minus 2 into n minus 1 by n minus 2 into I n minus 2. Separating this term as secant square theta and secant theta d theta, this is our u and this is our v. Having the formula integral uv dx is equals to u integral v dx minus integral v dx into integral du by dx the whole dx. I is equals to secant theta integral secant square theta d theta minus integral secant square theta d theta d by d theta of secant theta the whole d theta. Secant theta as it is, integral secant square theta is tan theta. The differentiation of secant theta is tan square theta. Therefore, I is equals to secant theta tan theta minus integral secant theta tan square theta d theta. That is equals to secant theta tan theta, and separating this term and integrating it, integral secant theta and tan square theta can be written as secant square theta minus 1 d theta. That is equals to secant theta tan theta minus multiplying this term, we get secant theta into secant square theta is secant cube theta, secant theta into minus 1 is minus secant theta d theta. That is equals to secant theta tan theta minus, we know that integral secant cube theta d theta is I plus integral secant theta d theta. I is equals to secant theta tan theta minus I plus integral secant theta d theta is log secant theta plus tan theta. If I comes this side, it will be I plus I, so it is 2I is equals to secant theta tan theta plus log secant theta plus tan theta. Dividing this 2 to each term, I is equals to secant theta tan theta divided by 2 plus log secant theta plus tan theta divided by 2. Substituting this in equation 1, S is equals to 2a, having this 2 common divided by 2 secant theta tan theta plus log secant theta tan theta having its limits 0 to h. Cancelling 2 and 2, S is equals to a 1 square root of 1 plus x by a into x by a plus log square root of 1 plus x by a plus square root of x by a. This is since tan theta is equals to square root of x by a, then secant theta will obviously be square root of 1 plus x by a. So therefore a square root of 1 plus x by a x into x by a plus log square root of 1 plus x by a plus square root of x by a. Now having x is equals to h as the point, s is equals to integral 0 to h square root of 1 plus a by x dx is equals to a square root of 1 plus h by a into h by a plus log square root of 1 plus h by a plus square root of h by a. This is our final answer. Find the length of the arc of the curve r is equals to a e to the power theta cot alpha between the radii vector r1 and r2. R is equals to a e to the power theta cot alpha is in polar equation. Let theta 1 and theta 2 be the corresponding vectorial angles when r is equals to r1 and r2 is equals to r1 respectively. Differentiating r, dr by d theta is equals to a e to the power theta cot alpha into cot alpha. Since it is polar equation curves, s is equals to integral 0 to cot alpha square root of r square plus dr by d theta the whole square into d theta. S is equals to integral 0 to cot alpha square root of a e to the power theta cot alpha the whole square plus a e theta to the power theta cot alpha into cot alpha the whole square d theta. That is equals to integral 0 to cot alpha square root of taking a square out a e to the power theta cot alpha the whole square plus a square cot square alpha into e to the power theta cot alpha d theta. That is equals to integral 0 to cot alpha a e cot alpha taking out square root of 1 plus cot square alpha d theta. We know that 1 plus cot square alpha is nothing but cosec square alpha. Therefore, s is equals to integral 0 to cot alpha a e to the power theta cot alpha square root of cosec square alpha d theta. That is equals to taking a common, integral 0 to cot alpha e theta cot alpha square and square root gets cancelled and we'll get cosec alpha d theta. Taking out cosec alpha also, a cosec alpha integral 0 to cot alpha e to the power theta cot alpha into d theta. Integrating e to the power theta cot alpha, we get a cosec alpha e to the power theta cot alpha divided by cot alpha having its limits 0 to cot alpha. S is equals to a cosec alpha divided by cot alpha e to the power cot square alpha minus 1. 1 is e to the power 0 is nothing but 1. That is equals to a cosec alpha can be written as 1 by sin alpha divided by cot alpha can be written as cos alpha divided by sin alpha. So here sin alpha and sin alpha gets cancelled. This remains as it is, e to the power cot square alpha minus 1. After cancelling this, we get 1 by cos alpha. This is nothing but secant alpha. Therefore, S is equals to a secant alpha e to the power cot square alpha minus 1. This is the answer. The alternate method is Having R1 is equals to A e to the power theta 1 cot alpha and R2 is equals to A e to the power theta 2 cot alpha. Now S is equals to integral theta 1 to theta 2 A cosec alpha into e to the power theta cot alpha d theta. Taking out A cosec alpha common, 1 by cot alpha into e to the power theta cot alpha, having its limits theta 1 and theta 2. Now that is equals to A secant alpha into e to the power theta 2 cot alpha minus e to the power theta 1 cot alpha. That is equals to secant alpha into multiplying this A inside, A e to the power theta 2 cot alpha minus A e to the power theta 1 cot alpha. Now this is R2, this is R1. So S is equals to secant alpha into R square minus R1. This is the answer. Thank you.